Before starting the story, I want to thank you for staying with me and supporting me to grow my channel. It's about 2 to 3 years. Those who stayed with me, I want to thank them especially Natalia Rincon, Shuel Larkin, Roban, Lilan Perez, Dory1703. Pardon me if I pronounce any of it wrong. Thanks to all of them for inspiring me to continue the story again. With them, I also want to thank all of you. If any of you are here, please comment hi or your name below. I will reply. In the last part, we saw Zhu Xiao and Yuan Yue meet again after 2 years. Zhu Xiao was thinking about him standing on her spot beside Yuan Yue. She had heard some rumors coming from Qinghai. Although that territory belongs to the Hui Empire, it was under an independent rule, and the governors were selected not by blood relation, but from a standardized examination that even civilians had a chance of participating in. She had heard that there were many new laws that encouraged farming, construction, and even protection of commerce. And with that new legislation, some of the more daring businessmen headed to Qinghai to do business. She also heard rumors that they had abolished slavery. Even though the rich could still purchase slaves, the slaves were allowed to free themselves using money. In addition, even for slaves, they were not to be killed freely, else the owner would be punished heavily by law. There were also rumors that it was nothing like the barren lands that it was supposed to be, and was a vast land that boasted a huge population and is full of resources. There were also rumors that the king of Qinghai was infamous and notorious. He was unofficially called the Bandit Marshal. Every year, he would use his power and make excuses to snatch all kinds of resources to be transported to Qinghai. Every month, it seemed like there was some kind of disaster, like flood or avalanche, that resulted in the civilians being unable to feed themselves. And with those excuses, the court had little choice but to send aid. Yet, those resources that were sent for aid would immediately be sold off after leaving Zhenhuang city. The huge amount of gold and silver will be openly sent to Qinghai. At this juncture, over half of the Hui forces were under King of Qinghai's control. The Xia Empire dared not to anger him, could only watch as he chipped away at their resources. Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. It was also rumored that this man was referred to as the Lord and Savior by the Qinghai civilians, was called the Bandit by the civilians in the West continent, and was named the Bloodsucker by the officials of the Hui Empire. Even his good friend and ally, 7th Prince Yuan Che, had tactfully advised him not to be too overboard. Even as he got all the meat, he should at least leave behind some soup for the rest. Even though it was rumored that the civilians of the West main continent hated him to the core, they had already started to move to Qinghai. Every day, the Chui Pass would be full people trying to sneak out. The Grand Elder Council had stated that Yue had intentionally instructed the guards of the Chui Pass to let down their guard and let the civilians drain out from the Wu mainlands into Qinghai. Yet, Yue merely innocently shrugged. The Yanbei army was too strong, and we do not have any extra forces. If we wish to effectively limit this issue, we need urgent resources to improve on our equipment. We request 100,000 pounds of gold.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here.
There were so many rumors, yet at this moment, when he was placed before Chu Xiao herself, all those rumors vanished like mist. He was still the same, not the king of Qinghai, not the grand marshal, not the talented savior of Qinghai, not the cunning and shameless bloodsucker of Wu Empire. He was still the lonesome and arrogant man, along with his socially awkward tendencies. He was still the same young master of Yuan, who had gone through countless life or death experiences with her and had saved her on multiple occasions. Some deep thought emerged, suppressing the initial excitement and joy of their reunion. Looking at him, although he was still so handsome, he was still cold like a block of ice. Yet there were wrinkles by his eyes. Looking carefully, one could even see a tinge of fatigue in his gaze. Thank you for watching. Stay with me, subscribe to the channel and like the video. Don't forget to click the bell icon to be notified of the next part of the story. Thank you. Like the video, especially to inspire me so that I am able to continue the story.